What is up, everyone? Welcome to Mechs on Deck. Dude, it's Tuesday.
It is, in fact, Tuesday. It's 4/20. Happy Artisan Day.
Happy Artisan Day. The Slick Rick, what up? It's about to hit the gym. Just wanted to show some love. Well, we appreciate you.
Dude. Get those gains.
Dude, hell yeah. Speaking of gains, I don't know if you saw this, but like, are you familiar with this streamer Tyler One?
Vaguely. Isn't that Shroud's friend?
I don't really think so. Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe they're friends. He's very short and also very jacked, and he did like a weightlifting stream and benched like 450 pounds on stream yesterday. It's kind of nuts. So he was getting them gains.
Get those gains. Rocklina fit. How are you, man? How's your Tuesday?
Dude, it was good, except for almost getting in an accident earlier today on the way home. But other than that, we're good. We're good.
Dallas has some fun. Dallas has some fun road rage. It was good. But it was good. It was a chill. The mail keeps flowing.
The mail keeps flowing. Yeah.
No, it was good. Work has been really chill this week so far. Knock on wood. Probably just means that end of my week is gonna suck horribly. But way she goes, right?
It is the way it goes sometimes. But speaking of mail, I know you got a lot, so we'll let you go second because I don't have as much.
Okay.
I'll go first. So, first off, I've had this mail for quite some time. Realized earlier today and never showed it off. Nice PBT sugar plum. Available now. Over at candykeys.com/mechsondeck. If you watched, Alex just finished up a stream where he built a Bakken Neko with this. And I really think it's a good looking set. I like the colors. Try to show this a little bit.
There it is.
I'm failing. But yeah, it looks good. I like it. I enjoy it. I think it looks good. Not like insane quality, but good compatibility and solid quality for the price. And a nice little presentation. And then as far as what's on my desk, it goes into the other mail piece. I don't know if for those of y'all in chat who were here last week for our stream on Wednesday, you saw this, but I got a Gleef Observer in, and I threw it immediately on my Bower that I'm still using that has not left my desk in like 3 weeks now. I think it fits really well. It looks really, really good. So,
I like that it sits next to the yellow tab.
Yeah.
Like it really helps kind of accent it and bring out that gold.
Yeah, so it looks good. Unintentional fit, I think.
Hell yeah, dude. Sometimes artisans just hit.
They do.
They hit on it. So, but well, for those who have been following an Instagram, or not Instagram, well, Instagram, yes, you'll have seen two of my mail items. We'll start off with what's on my desk, which is two things. You can't see one of them, but the first one, GMK Terra. The wait is over. This is a bit of a long wait. So there it is. The follow-up to Mizu, the Earth Kingdom set. I'll try and put it more in the background too. It looks a little more green on camera. There's a little more yellow in the green on camera than it is in person. Next build stream, I'll show it off because for face cam, the colors are a little bit more, have a lot more saturation. But no, Mizu, I'm very happy with how it came out. This was a set that Nebulant worked on. So for those, Rinsuya has had criticisms in the past about color matching. I thought he did a fantastic job on these. The yellow looks great. The gray looks really, really nice. The green modifiers, I think what is the best part of this set is they look almost black in renders. But it's a really, really dark green and it looks great. So yeah, but November 2019 to April 2021, it's a bit of a wait.
Just a few months.
Definitely forgot about it multiple times.
That's like kind of the best when you forget about keyboard mail and then it just shows up and you're like, ooh, piece of candy.
There it is. So next up, not the board. This is finally here. I talked about this some Saturday. I did show this off on the build stream. So SA Godspeed is finally in hand. If you've watched our stream some, you'll know that I've been annoyed that this was not in my possession. We'll talk about SA Godspeed. That'll be the first thing we get to when we come out of mail day. But I have been using that board for most of the week since I got it. I switched. This is my wife's Squid 60. She also got the special weight in black. And then we'll talk about the switches in just a few. I just popped those in yesterday. So I'll show off the Godspeed box. More news. Cyrus and the 3D Keeps. I got to meet, if you saw on Instagram, I got to re-meet. Technically, I've met Davis from 3D Keeps before at a meetup, but it was before she was 3D Keeps, and I think it was right before. It was literally like right before. It was the February before we started in April of Mechs on Deck. But she hooked it up with some BDZ lube.
Ew.
For Osiris and I, little 2-pack.
Some of that thickness.
And you want to talk about thick? You want to talk about dummy thick? Boom. She also hooked it up with 150 gram 2-stage springs. I put one.
How long are those?
They're long. They're let me pull one out because let me hold on. Do I have a spring comparison? Let me open up a switch real quick.
Long springs.
But no, it was
they told your partner told you not to worry about.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man.
All right, let's just pop open this. So this is now. I will say the novelty springs are a little bit shorter than the average spring. But I'm going to try and hold these up without compressing. But it's about twice the size. I'm trying not to compress. Oh, yeah, I dropped one. I was trying not to compress them as to give a full look. They are long as fuck. Putting the tops on has proven to be a challenge because the stem will just go right through the spring. So that's been fun. But no, excited to build with these. As I might be one of the 3 people that actually are excited to build with these 150 gram springs. So thank you, David. And then I've got the boxes. I'm just in the process of packing them up to get shout out to 3D Keeps, who's one of our awesome partners, for providing boxes. So I will be getting those desk mats out this week. What else did we get? We got some U4 Thox. I'm gonna slide on over to Osiris to have him try these, as I've got my hands full with some switches. I talked about this. I don't know if I talked about this, but we got the chocolate chip, or coffee chip ice cream Panda Zen.
Coffee chip.
So, and then we'll show that off last. I won an artisan off of Chat versus Everything. It was hilarious. So a little, God, I'm going completely blank on the name. Deep Field.
Nice.
So, and then one of the trades I did, this is the first, is Alpha Keys, the El Salvador.
Yeah,
Alpha keycaps. So some cool artisans. So let's talk about, this. This is technically this is I teased it on our Instagram today. This is the ugliest switch I've seen I'll be honest. Doesn't look great. Let's try and get. I'm gonna have to adjust. I'm trying a new lighting setup. I'm gonna have to adjust. So if it's really like super duper bright. So
No,
that is a pink top with a light chocolate brown stem with a kind of white clear, kind of a milky bottom. These are Neapolitan Switches, soon to be sold at Cannon Keys. It is
Mechs on deck.
Exactly. Boom, right there. So of these two switches, they are a part of, I don't know any of the rest of the line. These are by Turks. It's a new switch brand. Definitely need lube. First and foremost, first thing I know is they need lube. They're not an out of, like lavenders and dark ambers, they are not really an out of the box into a board switch. They definitely need lube. But they are part of their ice cream lineup. I don't know. I assume there might be some linears coming. I don't know. But what's really cool about these is these are meant to go off of a Zyko. So I got hit up, God, probably about a little over a month ago. And he sent me, it sucks because I couldn't really talk about him, 5. I remember getting, Eric came over, Texie is B-Sun, so there it is. So B-Sun switches. So he sent me 5 switches, which he was like, test them, see how you like them. It's like, I'll do my best because, yeah, you can do some with 5, but he said, how close are they to a Zyko? So for those who don't know, Zyko, Zelio, V2 bottom, Panda top, and a Halo stem for as much tactility as you can make it. Good morning, Aussie Obsessions. They're very, very close. I will say that. They're incredibly close. They're not 100%. As I've explained, Zyko kind of, when you get to the end of a Zyko, you don't really feel like the completion of the bump. It's like the switch stops during the bump.
Yeah.
And that's just something, that's just because really you're putting two switches together that really shouldn't be working together.
Yeah, it doesn't actually work.
It doesn't actually work, but it works. It's not supposed to, but you're defying what the switch is supposed to be doing. This has an end. That's really the only one. Also, these springs are lighter. I put heavier springs in, and it does dull out. It does round out it kills some of the bump. So I don't know. I'm not like, these aren't going to be my favorite switch in the world, but if you're looking for very heavy tactile, when I say heavy, like as in big bump tactility switches that are not going to kill your fingers, I would recommend these 100%. I think these are, in my opinion, a better sounding. What is the default weight? I believe it is 67. It might be 65. It's not lower than that.
Or maybe 68, because that's what the
maybe
chocolate, the coffee chip.
The coffee chip, yeah.
Ice creams are 68.
Yeah. They are, they're solid. To me, they're V2, they're Zelio V2s that sound better.
Yeah.
They stack up to Zelio.
Pretty solid.
That's a pretty solid switch. I'm hoping, and they're going to be cheaper. I would assume. I don't exactly remember how much the
coffee chips are 110 switches for $51.70.
Yes.
So that's pretty good.
Cheaper than Zelios. Without the Zeal tax, exactly. So I think if you're looking for a really good tactile switch, this is it. I've been using it for a day and a half now. I can give you brass plate, literally holding it in my hands, but sounds good. It needs lube. It definitely needs. These are not lubed. I think they'll sound a little bit better lubed, but they're good. So I would honestly, in my opinion, for someone who likes tactility, who likes more tactility, I think the Neapolitans are better at being a tactile switch. I think these are kind of like a different lilac tactile switch.
Yeah.
These are more closer to lilacs. I think these are what, if you're going for like, I want bump, boom.
Yeah. It's a little bit more tactile than a lilac.
Yeah.
But not, they say that they're going for a holy panda like feel, which it's definitely closer than like the lilacs are, but it's not.
I don't think it's quite
almost
full.
there. Yeah, it's like
Yeah, it's close.
There. Yeah,
it's a solid.
I'll tell you what though, it's there for the fucking $51.70.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
For 110.
Jeebus 3 months already.
Dude,
Yeah,
hey Scarbo, thank you for the tier 1 for 3 months.
Thank you. So really excited about these switches, and they both of these sound really. That's the big one, is that they sound excellent.
Sixris asks, how do they compare to the Moyu Blacks?
That is an excellent question. Give me one moment. You want to talk about our sponsors real quick?
Yeah, dude. We've got some fantastic and incredible sponsors. We got Omnitype. Go to mechsondeck.omnitype.com. They're running 2 sets right now, SA Ramses and GMK Blurple. Ramses just started up a few days back. Check that out. They don't run SA over there very often. And then GMK Blurple running for the rest of the month. You got 10 days left on that one. Project Keyboard. Go to mechsondeck.project.link. They are running DCS Delftware, as well as they have some Siriuses in stock in both Palm and Polycarb. So pretty freaking cool. And then Cannon Keys, they got the chocolate chips, or the coffee chips, not chocolate chips. They're coffee. Go check them out. $51.70 for 110 switches. Good deal. And then kineticlabs.com/ or kineticlabs.store/mechs-on-deck. They got all the other stuff you need. Like literally just go there. I know my buddy Quakums just purchased a dump truck of the switch containers to organize his switch collection. Check them out. Maybe you want to do the same. Maybe you want a keycap container, store your keycaps all nice, get them all separated, get your alphas away from your mods, your spacebar kit away from everything else. Keep it nice and tidy. How we doing, Chewy?
We're good. I've finished my testing.
How's the testing going?
And so I literally could not have more of a similar test. These are the same boards.
Literally, well, one's Cerakoted, one's anodized.
One's Cerakoted, one's anodized. Okay, fair. You got me. You got me on that. Tactility wise, I think the Moyu Blacks might have them just a hair, but it's different.
Yeah,
it's sharper versus rounder. I think the Neapolitans are a little rounder and longer, where it's more of a sharper bump. Mm-hmm. They both sound good, but the Neapolitans are darker.
Okay.
Which makes sense because Moyu Blacks are a very high pitched.
Yeah.
It's a higher pitch. It's unlubed versus lubed, so it's, of course the Moyu Blacks are a little bit smoother. I'd say they're on par, and they're cheaper. They're cheaper, so that's true. I'd say. Do they both have long stem poles? I'd have to look that up. I can open that up and we can talk about that. But we have quick little, let's get some mechs on horns. Congratulations to GMK Botanical and the Vega. Congratulations, Keyboard of the Year, Key Set of the Year. Congrats to both the designers of, that was what, AIO3 and
Hazy.
Hazy.
I don't know exactly how to pronounce it, but HAZZY.
HAZZY. Hazy. Congratulations. Botanical's a great set, and I think another big part, it shipped. It was hot. It was hot off the press.
Yeah. Interesting thing that I was looking at earlier, the only set in the top, all the way back to the top 8 that hasn't been delivered in some form is GMK Apollo. Because if you look at even the top 8 with Dolch, Botanical, shipped, Kuroshiro is around 2, Modern Dolch is around 2, Cat Mizu is a pseudo round 2.
It's kind of shipped.
Taro round 2, 8008 round 2. So, and Apollo ended up making it to the final 4. So, congrats on being the one set that hasn't shipped that made it to the final 4.
So, and what does that do? I think that makes extras really hard to get,
dude.
So at the end of the day, you win a plaque, you win a high five, a pat on the back. It doesn't mean a whole lot. It will have a bit of an effect on the aftermarket. Maybe not because, oh, I am this winner, but because now you have all these people that have seen it. It's recognition. It's visibility, right? Visibility bracket so bust. Yeah, we didn't.
Yeah, let's talk about. Can we talk about where we placed in key sets before we? Or no, we'll talk about where we placed in both real quick.
Yeah, get your guesses in. Let's hear some guesses.
We did not. There was a point where I was like, we might actually like win a prize. Not like win a prize, but be able to refuse a prize. But we very much did not win on keyboards. We finished 303 out of 1,025. Hey, top
third.
Top third. You know, that's pretty solid. You know, you're finished top third of the class. You're doing it all right.
You're doing all right.
But key sets, 135 out of 851. Pretty decent.
I'm sure that number, if we had guessed Botanical, because we guessed the championship, I think. We just didn't guess the winner.
We had Dolch round 2 winning over Botanical.
And that's like top 20%.
If we would have gotten, let's see, let's do some math. So we finished with 551 points. You had 128 for getting the final right. We would have been at 679, which would have put us at like 19th.
Boom.
So that one guess took us down from 19 to 135.
I love it. So and you know, it never ceases to amaze me that this hobby will always pump out drama. So we had a little drama in the keyboard side of things. So for those who didn't know, there were some rules in regards to what you could do as a designer promoting your set. This is something that I went over pretty extensively with Starstone of Type Beast, who ran it. Which again, hold on, Mechs on Horns. Congratulations, Type Beast, Starstone. We got through it. We did it. You did it successfully. Good job on your first year running it. Hopefully you get to run it in the coming years. You did a great job. I thought it was fantastic. We are going to talk about maybe what we'd like to see next year, as it's like a shark. If you're not moving forward, you're drowning. But you are not allowed to promote anything with any sort of like
promise of something.
Promise of something, or you can't give away anything, you can't do anything. And one of the boards did that.
did exactly that. Like the one thing where they're like, hey, yeah, don't say if we win, we're gonna do a raffle or give away this thing. Like that's not literally against the rules. And that happened. You know what's hilarious is I went back and looked at, I looked just earlier today. They did that and they still only beat the Constellation did that, and it still only beat the TGR Alice by like 25 votes.
TGR got the name.
1255 for the TGR, 1280 for the Constellation.
Jeez. Starstone, if you're in chat, I'm curious to know what the closest and the biggest, what the closest margin of victories were and what the biggest defeat was. I'm sure it's shit like in the first couple rounds, but
It might have been the Squid 60.
Squid versus Tengu. That was 11. That was 11. But no, it's, you know, when you don't play by the rules, you lose out a chance. So they broke the rule twice. I don't know if they broke the rule. I never really looked into the whole drama of it. I just know, like, hey, they offered a special board in return. So to clarify, the Constellation giveaway was posted after it won against the Jane V2. Yes.
Okay.
And I thought that was the right decision. It won without a giveaway promise, which is why, because some people are asking, why didn't the TGR? Well, it won fair and square, and then it broke a rule. And I appreciate that we didn't, because I don't think you go back and give it to the TGR.
No, because then you basically, if you set that precedent, then why don't you go back and take away the entire Constellation bracket, you know, run,
and then you'd have to redo everything.
Yeah, but then it's like you're opening yourself up to, well, why not this? Well, why not this? Well, why not? And then you're back to like 15 different variables, and you're having to redo round 2 and 3 matches. So
yeah. I think that was the right call. If it had happened during, I think that's where you just cut it off immediately. Doesn't matter who was winning. They broke the rule. But Squid versus Tengu, closest match. I'm gonna wear that like a badge of honor. But yeah, I thought that was the right move. So let's talk about future runs. It gets goofy with the promotion because
okay.
I'll talk about it with specifically against the Zenith. Rama posts one thing about the Zenith, I get beat by 1,000 votes. Like, it's not even close. In my opinion, I just think you can't post about your design.
See, I don't agree with you. Because here's my thing. And this is my thought process with it now. Because it has moved away from the Omni-type Instagram, there's not a baked-in viewership of 40,000, you know, followers that are getting that story pumped into their timeline every day, that are seeing it, right? So your views are going to go down instantly. So the people that are going to want to see it are going to be there. In order for it to grow continuously, you're going to need some of that promotion from these vendors who are in it, that want to win, that are wanting to promote the value of the competition in order for the competition itself to grow. So like, you might have some losers of that, like a Squid 60, where you don't have the platform of Rama, but for the overall benefit and future of Mech Madness as a whole, I think it's super beneficial, because it was cool to see the runners getting excited for it and wanting to pump it, you know, like seeing every time the 10 came in, every time the you know, anything from Omni-type was up, he was posting about it. Like, that was cool. It was cool to see them get excited about and get involved. And I think it needs to be a more like, I think almost that should be encouraged, of like, hey, post more about Mech Madness. Like, I feel like I wasn't seeing it enough, and now that it's not an Omni-type thing, they can promote it a little bit more without thinking that they're just pushing people to Omni-type's brand and to Omni-type's products. You know, it's a third party.
This is the first time Omni-type could even promote it.
Right.
Because technically they couldn't promote it last year. Well, I mean, it would have been, I think they probably could have, but it would have received a lot of heat for it. Scott Water says, I would like to see it restricted to products that have that shipping in the 12 months before the event starts. That would be cool, but I don't think plausible. I think you'd have to wait 2 years. Like, we wouldn't be able to do it for another 2 years.
You'd have to skip a year and then it would be dead. That's the problem.
So, yeah. I don't love the promotion. Got a bit too much for me. It also means that smaller designers have less chance. That's where it gets. It's like, well, how big do you? It's kind of. You can't take one without the other. Do you want Mech Madness to be huge? Let people promote it. Do you want designers to have a fair chance? Mech Madness is going to suffer from it.
Yeah, but if your board
It's
is that much better, then wouldn't you have grown significantly? Like look at you look at boards that came through, like the Constellation was a small run,
Mhm.
Like yeah, it was run on Canon keys, but it was still not like it wasn't like a huge buy. It hasn't shipped yet. At least I don't think it has.
I
And
don't
that
believe
one
so.
went, or not Constellation. I'm thinking of Andromeda. Andromeda was a small run, but it was an AIO3 board, right? So AIO3 also kind of carried it too. And you had a lot of other boards that were smaller that were able to push. I mean, even look at your impact of posting about Squid 60. You could still do that. Obviously, you would lose out to the fact that you're, um, you know,
I
Rama
don't have
has so
60.
much more,
We don't have
right?
60,000 followers
But
on
like, it would
Instagram.
have been way cool to see what would have happened if Rama would have promoted the Kara versus the Bauer 2, because the Bauer
Yeah.
2 just demolished it, right? And like, is that fair? Is all of this fair? Not really. Is the Iron 180 going up against the Satisfaction 75 round 2 in round 1 a fair matchup? Not really.
And see, Keep New kind of says it where I do like that.
Mhm.
Where maybe instead of you can promote the fact that you can post something that basically, like if I was promoting the Squid, I could go, hey guys, this vote is up.
Well, I don't
And I'm
think.
promoting it, but then you can't you can't
Well, I
go
don't
in and say
think
vote for this one.
you can't have that too, because then you're still doing the same thing. Because then people get what you're saying. You would have to be more subdued about it. Like you could say, like, go vote today. Like, make sure you go vote today, and then have like a stock,
Because
like
there's
a
a way
provided
for
image.
vendors like OmniType or Smith and Rune or Canon Keys to just post, hey guys, Mech Madness is happening right now.
Right.
And then that's how you get the big vendors promoting Mech Madness without them promoting their exact product. Now again, you are going to get that, kind of like, oh, obviously you're telling me to go vote for the, the Bauer or the Satisfaction, like, but it's not as blatant. Like that would be like the middle ground, is like you can promote Mech Madness. I think what's great is next year it is just going to be bigger. This was kind of the rebuild. We're doing a rebuild
Yeah.
of this. This was a rebuild year. Because the only thing you want to see but you don't want to see is it's kind of like how the community is going, right? You want to see the small guy that did the 30 run board do well, but you also want to see these big companies do these awesome big things. And it would be tougher for the smaller guy to go at least deep, right? At least go super duper deep. If you're talking about, maybe picking a smaller startup vendor versus, what will most likely be in the next year's run, which is the Bauer Light and the Iron 165 polycarb, like where boards big, frontline main event boards versus smaller run boards. And so it gets tricky. It gets real tricky with promotion and all that. And I do love the, like, obviously you don't for those who don't know, that rule is in place because there were promises of a giveaway that won a board in Mech Madness 1 a few years ago. I won't go. You can do your own research on that, but basically, it threw a lot of votes in one direction. So I appreciate that that's there. It just gets tricky because then it's, it says the rules said, and I think Starstone, if you're listening, there were two rules that kind of contradicted each other. That says you can promote, but you can't. So the rule number one's like you can promote, but you can't promote with any, incentive. But then it also says you can't promote a mass vote. And it was a little unclear of what that meant. And I must have PM'd him like six times about that, because what is promoting a mass vote? Is that going to your Discord of 10,000 people and promoting it there? Is that going on your Instagram and promoting? So I think the wording could be better on that. But it's cool that we got to see this happen. and kind of happen with a lot less of like, you know, there's not really an influence of, oh, well, it's being run by Omnitype.
Mm-hmm.
So
thank you. Cool, that got deleted.
Missed it.
Yep. I'll let you know after. All right. There was some words that you can't say together. I mean, here's the thing though. You look at the way that the votes worked, and we saw this a little bit, but significantly less so last year. You know, you had roughly about 13 to 1400 votes total in the first rounds, but then by the time you got to the end, you had like almost 3000 votes. So you had over double the amount of people voting, which I think is huge for the competition itself. I think we need to have, like, we want that to happen, right? We want people to get more involved for it. At the end of the day, just being in the competition in general is giving promotion to things. Like, you look at boards like the Dalco 959 Mini, which is a small run by like just private, that almost, you know, in relativity, almost beat a Key Cult number 1, right? A number 1 Rev 2. It was like 300 votes behind, which is really not that much. So I think, yeah, it's going to be rough. If it depends on what they do with it. It's up to the people who run Mech Madness, whether or not they want to do it. I think it's cool to have the promoters get involved, or the other vendors to get involved and want to promote their board. I think if you're a small vendor wanting to run a board that you want to do well in Mech Madness, do it early in the year so it ships before the end of the year. Before
get that hype,
because then people will get stoked
on to it until February next year, and then start shipping at the first week. Boom, hit them with the shipping. There it is.
I wonder if we'll ever get to a point with Mech Madness where people like figure out, okay, it happens in mid-March, and they release just like, they make sure that it ships right then. Like, people just hoarding boards. They're like, oh, we're just doing more QC. We had some issues. We had to remake some bottoms. You know, plates didn't come out cut quite right. You know, we got to fix it. And they're just like delaying the group buy shipping just so they can hit it right at peak time.
It's like sitting on films. You know, films do that for Oscar season, where they'll be done with editing and everything, but they're like, let's wait like 3 months so we can pump this out in time. I think they did that with the Abraham Lincoln movie. Where they were done with that movie for like 8 months, but they're like, we're gonna wait to release this because Daniel Day-Lewis.
See, that one, Brody, this is the thing. This is, if Mech Madness gets to a point where it is like somewhat coveted on the community, like realistically, you win an Oscar, you don't get anything. You get a statue that you can go, or a trophy that you can go realistically have made, and it'd be the same, right? But it's the honor of it, right? And the promotion of it.
Yeah, it's now. Well, what the big thing there is, what this does to me, this ensures round 2 capability. Like if you like, botanical round 2 could absolutely do well now. Dude. Especially like if you were able to hit April, like if Omnitype was, or in May, if Omnitype was like, boom, botanical, it'd sell incredibly well. But you know, kind of like Oscars. Now you can promote yourself as, well, I'm the Oscar award winning. You know, I'm Oscar award nominee. I mean, they even say fucking nominee.
I mean, look at what happened with Satisfaction 75 R2, right?
Yeah. 1400
boards in like 10 minutes, and death threats to UPOS. Let's go, baby.
Let's go. So, I mean, there is an effect. It's not, you know, the designer doesn't get anything initially, and you can't, you know, you can't measure hype, right? There's not like a, you know, maybe if you're sitting there going, all right, well, I'm gonna run this board, you know, let's hypothetical, let's say Squid 60, whatever. I was planning on running the Baka 60 and a metal keyboard, and it won. I might be able to sell more, you know, or even if it got to the final 4, I might be able to sell more. just because again, it's visibility, and a lot of this is visibility, which I think is great. I don't think there's not really a way that this harms the community. I don't think, maybe some boards don't do as well, but you can always kind of say, well, if you make a good enough board, people are going to buy it.
Yeah.
And you're not going to, also, if you make one board, it could, and you only sell like 30 of them, it's not going to be the most popular board right from the get-go. You have to kind of build that. Look at the Austin, right? It was fine. Not many, it took a minute to sell all of them. People got them in hands. Set round 2, sold out not instantly, but like in a less than a few minutes.
Yeah.
And this, sold 75. So it takes some time to get some of these boards up and running. That's when you look at these boards, Andromeda. Well, that's AIO3. He ran the Polaris. Like, you've got that
Vega.
name behind the Vega. Exactly.
Which is
the Vega ran the Polaris. You've got, the Bauer 2 literally in the name. Like the Jane 1.5 in the name. Like these key codes that have been run. It's these beginner designers are not going to win. Like, it would be very impressive if a beginning design won right from the get-go, unless it just hit this mad hype train. Satisfaction 75, yes, but that's Canon keys. It's a little bit different.
Well, it could also provide the smaller designers, like if they do make, like, you look at things getting upsets, it could give a smaller designer, it could put them on the radar of a larger vendor, and the ability, like if a designer has a board that they really want to do, or maybe they want to change a board, that change, like say the Dalco 959, right? Say he's got a bunch of things that he wants to do with it, and he needs more capital in order to be able to reiterate that design and get protos and make it even better. Maybe now he has the opportunity to work with a larger vendor because of doing well in Mech Madness, right? Obviously, this may not. We're talking hypotheticals here and just using that as an example, but that is something that could happen with this contest getting larger. It really, even just being in the competition and doing surprisingly well as a small vendor.
Did you leak the thing yet?
He did leak the thing.
I'm sorry, man. Listen, great Switch. Nothing but nice things to say. This color combo, man. I told you we should go for the cookies and cream. I just did this. Like, oh, look at my fucking hand. We leaked it. We talked about it. Did you lick the thing yet?
Ooh, how's it taste? You're allergic to strawberry, by the way. Just letting you know.
Oh shit! All right, be right back. I told
Get
him,
the EpiPen. Doodle Bob. EpiPen.
I told him, I was like, you dick, I'm allergic to strawberries. He's like, I didn't fucking know that. We did leak the thing, Upas. Neapolitan Switches. Can you let us know what the spring weight is on these? Because I forgot about that.
Is it dark nippy on that Switch?
They just,
oh Lord, I didn't even think about that.
At least, I'm sorry, I didn't know. At least it goes off the original, like it kind of goes off of the original ugliness of Zycos. God, so they're good. I honestly, guys, like, don't sleep on these switches. If you like tactile switches, do not sleep on the Neapolitans. When can we expect them? 63.5. So there it is, even lighter than I thought.
Ayo.
They don't feel like the meme spring weight because it is a heavier tactility. I think they are cute. I mean,
I think they are cute as well.
I think the pink is
Chewy's
nice.
a hater.
Yeah, you know what? I'm sorry that I'm allergic to strawberry.
Send them to me next time, Upas. I won't complain. Okay.
I called them Zyclones, and I thought it was hilarious, and he thought it was too, but he wanted to go with the ice cream.
Yeah,
ice cream flavors.
Fair point.
But no. So I think, I mean, all in all, it was a successful Mech Madness. So just again, props to Mr. Tight Beast and Starstone and everyone. I know, I mean, it was a big team. Obviously, it wasn't just him by himself, but it was a great success. It was a lot of fun. Always fun. Free content. I mean, come on.
Yeah, dude.
Gotta love the free content. There it is. Guys, if you haven't seen, I fucking love this. We threw the old air horn in the garbage and somebody else
Took it
came
out.
in,
Put
took
their
it
own
out,
sticker on it.
slapped their own sticker on it. So the old air horn is not dead. Props to AO3 1 and 2, absolutely. Upas, when can we expect these Neapolitan switches? So very excited. Let's talk about, we'll bring that up. It was just me? Okay. Well, it was just Starstone.
Dude, props, man.
Props.
Also, it went up to like, they're up to like 3,000 followers almost on the Mech Madness Instagram. So hopefully
Yeah.
going into next year, we can get a little bit more promotion. Now that it like exists and is like fledged out, we can promote it a little bit sooner. So that way we can get even more people involved.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Mikey, hello. So let's talk about Godspeed real quick. Guys, by the way, if you have your artisan pictures, it is keyboard of the week. Throw up your artisan, go to our Discord, go to KOTW, post some pictures. We only have a few right now. So post your artisan boards, and we will review them for keyboard of the week here in just a few. So let's talk about Godspeed. Let's talk about, I'm going to start from the beginning. February 2020. Well, we'll go even further back because this is a Grail key set of mine. This was 100% a Grail keycap set. It's one of the first sets that like really drew me into keyboards. Was SA Godspeed. It's an old set. They announced they're going to run it, get it in February. Okay, so fast forward August, they're like, all right, we're about to ship, but we want to do bags versus boxes. Okay, whatever. And we decide, okay, let's do bags. I don't care about boxes. For those, if you've watched our channel before, I could give two shits about boxes. Especially
destroyed GMK trays at least twice.
At least twice. I did not destroy the Terra trays. I did throw them out, but I did not tear them.
Do you at least save the band roll or no?
I didn't save this one. I really liked it, but I'm like it's just one of those this is cool, but I'm sure I can get a digital version of this somewhere. So we select bags. They said, "Do you want bags or boxes?" Boxes are going to take 2 to 3 months. Now this is August, all right? So we're thinking November. So September, November, October, November. Select bags end of August, early September. Now, Langlandia, those don't know, follow Langlandia on Twitch. He gets his in September, early September. And I'm kind of sitting there like, oh, sweet. That means mine's probably going to ship. This is dope. Drop usually takes a couple weeks for Drop to get everything out. And I ordered pretty late. Nothing. Weeks go by. Absolutely nothing. November comes around. Hey guys, boxes we're still having a hard time with these boxes. It's taking it. Keep waiting. Ask them. I was supposed to be bags. Sorry, I got marked as boxes. Thanks. So thanks, Drop. We get another message way later. This is a few weeks ago, and they're like, hey, we're not actually going to do the boxes because the boxes are going to take 6 more months to do. I don't know, because this is through Signature Plastics, has to put them in boxes, ship them to Drop has to send them out. So 6 more months of boxes. So we're just going to ship them out in bags. I'm like, of course. Of course. I've waited September, October, November, December, January, February, March, 7 months for nothing. Okay, let's fast forward to last Friday.
You got boxes!
So let's talk about these boxes.
Just for boxes. Dude, that's a pretty nice box.
So there were 3 of these for what I got. I have disposed of 2. I kept one for the stream. I'm not a fan of the fact. I'm going to talk about what I'm picky first. Overall, I do like these boxes. I'm not going to keep them because it doesn't hold the whole key set, but I appreciate these because it's smaller and more compact. I don't like that Drop puts these big stickers on them. Like, I think the box looks really clean, and then there's just this like shipping.
Yeah, why is that sticker on the front? Like,
I
put it
don't
on the
know.
back. Like, I don't want to have to see that.
Yeah, like, and look at all this extra space. You could have put that somewhere up here. And it was on all three.
Were they wrapped? Were they like
No, they're just a box. So they were taped, as you can see, the little tapes. Okay. Drop label there. I would have liked to see, this says tough and competent. I would have liked to see Godspeed, because then it would look good on a shelf.
What does it say on the other side?
It just says drop. Nothing, tough and competent, nothing.
I don't get the tough and competent. Where does that come from?
I don't know. So Drop does that to every set, Artisans, everything, so on. Yes.
Yeah, so but they could just cellophane wrap those.
Yeah, and then
slap that on there.
It would have been so much better. So let's talk about the good. I like it slim. It's compact. I enjoy it. These trays, very nice. Very nice. They add the little paper inserts, makes the caps pop more. These are the modifiers. I don't know what they're called, but the Godspeed modifiers. Well, they don't say. They say pitch, yaw, roll, sass. I should have used the sass key. So I do. I really like these trays. The trays, they're not stuck together. You just kind of pop them off. Boom, easy access right there. I'm going to throw this box away or recycle it after this. I left it in the box. For an unboxing experience, it was great. I really enjoyed it. All the caps are in the correct rows on the first one, like on the alpha kit. Not worth 7 months.
I don't think any box is worth 7 months. And we have been a large pro packaging stream. I think we both enjoy a nice unboxing experience. We think it adds to the value, especially when you can get it at a not spending extra money. I think it's a solid thing to provide, especially because you look at 3 years ago, everything was just kind of like, yep, here it is. So getting nice packaging is a nice touch. But yeah, not worth 7 months. It doesn't feel like.
So Omnitype, please. I'm gonna own 2 SA sets, probably ever.
I don't think they're gonna do those. I think that's a drop.
Please don't do the boxes. I mean, I assume because they drop everywhere, but the boxes did go to SA. Bags are fine.
I mean, I would assume if Garrett is gonna do boxes, it's probably already done.
Yeah, it's been figured out for a while. All right. Yeah. Hell, even maybe make a nice box, put the bags in the box.
Dude.
Whatever. Just SA. I'm very excited for SA Dual Shot. I literally am like talking about doing a whole themed build around SA Dual Shot. Please don't make me wait 7 extra. It wasn't the waiting that killed me. It's the fact that other people got it. If they had just started shipping out, I wouldn't even be upset.
Right.
Or I wouldn't be as upset. It's the fact that Lang, and specifically Lang, but a lot of other people, but it's that other people had it 7 months before. The product was made, sitting on a shelf. That's what drives. Like if half of the people, like let's put this in keyboard perspective. All right. I would be getting death threats if I sold 50 Baka 60s or 50 Baka 70s or whatever. If I sold 50 boards and 30 people got their boards and 20 other people got their boards 7 months later because of a keyboard case, people would be upset.
I mean, yeah, I think there had to be someone in Drop that like just dropped the ball. Like I'm assuming that
you said drop.
Yeah. Also, I want to brings up a good point. The Jane V2 CEs literally have not shipped to quite a few people. So that's kind of happening. But yeah, I think someone dropped the ball over there at Drop, and they probably, I'm gonna assume that people higher up maybe didn't even realize that this situation had been going on for this long, and were probably like, just send them out, like, because were the boxes, was there a charge if you got boxes? Yeah, then what's the point? Like, you're not losing anything. Like, if you were promised boxes, like, hey, we couldn't get boxes, just didn't work out. Be like, all right, I was excited for the box, but I still get my keycap set. Yep, you get everything you paid for. Okay, I'm good.
Just could have been handled a little bit better. Whatever. I know Mito was very adamant about the box. He likes the unbox experience. I get that. I'm not mad at Mito for this. He tried something. At the end of the day, Mito tried to do something and it didn't work out. How many times in our lives have we tried to do something and it didn't work out and it may have cost someone time? How many people here have gone, oh, I'm going to take a shortcut?
Yeah, dude.
And then your passenger's upset. Like,
hey, at least it didn't cost money. That's the only thing.
It didn't. I didn't lose anything from this. The board that these caps are going on, not even here yet. So for those who don't know, I'm putting this on my Saturn 60. It's going to be a very cool themed, like, space terminal. It'll be a cool build.
Hell yeah.
It'll be a cool build. So, but before we get to keyboard of the week, let's talk. I don't know did we get to partners? We talked about sponsors. We didn't talk about partners. So partners, we've got some awesome partners. Starting off with Zap Cables. Zap Cables, they make the bumper. They make cables. They make parts that you can get to make your own cable. Our video for making cables just hit 26,000 views the day I saw that. It still gets lots of views every day. So, and it's still, I mean, it's a long video, but it gets the job done.
It does.
But they make awesome cables. They make great desk mats. I know Eric swears by the desk mats, at least for when he is building. So great products over there. So go check out zapcables.com. Type B, so you can type BEA.st. He did release a newsletter just a few weeks ago, and we'll probably be on a little bit more quick of a schedule now that Mech Madness is done.
Now
so
that
excited
he can breathe.
What?
I said now that he can breathe.
Now that he can go, all right, we're good. Now we got to start planning for next year. Next up, Smith and Rune. You go to smithrune.com. While you are waiting for those polycarbonate iron 165s that will come out later this year, you can sit around and be a fanboy in the clothing and merch there and keep your ear to the ground for the iron 180 extras, iron 160. Those group buys should be wrapping up within the next 4 to 5 months. That's a guess. That's not a guarantee. That's just a guess. And then lastly, 3D Keeps. Lots of stuff. BDZ lubes on there. U4 Thox. I believe they still might have a few left. They've got lube stations. They got lots of stuff on there. So go check out 3D Keeps. What time is it?
It is time for keyboard of the week.
Where did we end last? What was last Tuesday? The 13th. Okay.
I just guessed and went with
the Mode 80.
The Mode 80. That's what's on the screen right now. So,
all right. So we got a Mode 80, pretty new board. Cyrus has built one of these. And we've got some nightcaps, some Eggmans.
Heyo. Yeah, dude, these look good. I think you actually have something from nightcaps that's in one of these same colorways.
I have the far right colorway.
Yeah.
I forgot the color because it's one of the summer days ones. Or if it's not that exact, it's very similar. Love this. I love when you take a kind of basic key set. It looks like they may have taken, like, honestly, like the Mizu, the Mizu Enter, and thrown it on like an OG
double shot.
So yeah, very, very cool. Yeah. So, okay, there it is. And Geek Arc Taro accents. So we got some accent. There we go. I love when you take kind of a vintage looking board and then you throw artisans on it to kind of spice it up some. This looks like kind of like a vintagey board, and then you're like, ooh,
Yeah,
something
good.
old, something new.
Yeah, it looks good. Like the artisans. That's the egg face is a cool looking artisan sculpt as well. So yeah, looks good, man. Looks fantastic. Next up, I just saw what his name is in our server. Scott Waters. This is on an MGA. Got GMK bleached with the Rama bleach. These count. We'll
I mean, they're artisans.
These are artisans. They're made. They're not quite necessarily handcrafted.
They're like they are the line between novelties and artisans.
Yeah. They're the point where the novelty ends and the artisan begins. Yeah, looks clean. This board also is a really pretty color. This is a really pretty color.
This is where we've talked about before, where sometimes it's best to let the board shine. So you put a keycap set that doesn't take any shit off of the board. You let the board shine.
Yeah, absolutely. What do we got up next, Chewy?
Next up, we got the 2% milk macro pad with some very fitting artisans. Yeah, we got. Let's see, milk cow cap, the Taros trades whole milk cow cap and Okamochis. On the pink one, the Taros trades strawberry milk cow cap. So I believe these were most likely made as a like, let's put these together. I love it. This is a cool little talking piece. Nice little, like, I wouldn't even, I don't know if I would even use it. I would just put them in and just have them, because I have a little switch tester that I just use as like my, fiddling, like what's a fiddle cube?
Fidget cube.
Fidget cube. I just have it to just kind of, like to stem. So very, very cute.
Yeah, I mean, these are super cute, like desk pieces, Just throw it on your desk and you look down and you just smile a little bit because it's so cute.
Good conversation starter.
Yeah, I like the attention to detail with using their dark jades or Moyu blacks for the whole milk, and then the strawberry milk getting the okamochis. Nice touch. Everything fits together. Everything works well. Surprising that all of the colors pretty much line up as well. So this looks this is cute. It's quite cute.
So what do we got next?
Next up, this is a Keylabs Metropolis Dawn desk pad, Cozy Fanny Tootie Romeo with Mitocorn, or Mitocron, not corn. Keyforge Molder Artisan. Sometimes you only need one, just like he says. Highlights the teal from the enter key. I think this works well. This works well together. The Cozy Fanny Tootie boards look awesome. The Romeo. I still need to get one of these things. I think they just look cool.
It's just such a tiny, it works. And yeah, I mean, it splits the board in half. It keeps the symmetry. Like, sometimes all you need is one. So next up, we have the SF65 from Fropsy with GMK Oblivion with two Fukutsu and Olatri alum on here. So some old, we got some two kind of older artisans. Haven't seen those in a hot minute. And then the Latri alum. So very, very cool. Love when you see the 75 and 65% when they use that as like a little artisan row. Always appreciate to see that. Love the desk mat too. Yeah, good picture.
This looks good. Looks good. Also, the logo on the SF65 is maximum cuteness as far as logo goes. The little smileys they get me every time. But yeah, this looks good. And I like the pin rail. I know people got mad about pin rail being on a board that didn't start with J at first. But I mean, hey, pin rails were a thing before and they will be a thing after, and I think they look freaking cool.
And I believe he did get like he asked
Jay.
Yeah,
but
like,
people still are gonna make a fuss.
people are going to make a fuss, but also like Jay doesn't own the copyright to putting a pin rail on top of a keyboard. So, but next up, we've got another cool board. I believe this is the same. Yes. Yeah, it's just a different board. We got GMK Taro on the S65 by Not From Sam. I don't know who Not From Sam is, but we got some egg faces, the 1K hands again, Dread and Uzu. So very clean. I love this size board is hilarious.
Dude, the F-Rollless TKL. I love the layout. I think it's like super usable. It just looks funky. Like it looks like something's missing.
Yeah. It's but you used the artisan. You used the little artisan, column, little area, a little 2x3 little artisan column there, or double row, I guess. But fantastic looking board. And this is one where it's because they're kind of separated, you can kind of do whatever you want with them. They don't have to. Sometimes when you try and put them instead of an escape, it might stick out awkwardly. Sometimes you get lucky, like with Eric's Bauer, where it kind of matches, even though it wasn't initially made to do that. And then sometimes you put one on and it's like, it doesn't really go. And with these, I like that you can kind of put whatever you want. It's like it's off to the side though, so it doesn't clash too much. So
yeah, I think it looks good. And last but not least, we got Turks M65b. These just started getting to people the last few weeks with GMK Moon Dust, with a Sirius, a Naru, and an Oak. These look great.
Yeah, love it. Love the theme. You got the El Salvador, or not Naru and Oak. I thought that was a Salvador. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But yeah, looks fantastic. I like the blue, and it's kind of the blue and the purple still kind of go together. You've created the theme. You're using the artisan row. Appreciate it. Does great. That is going to be it for that. What are you feeling? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 choices tonight.
Yeah, dude, I knew what I was picking the second I saw it, and it's the fucking milk pads, dude. How can you not?
They're solid. I'll definitely give you that one. I'm torn. I keep going back to it. I think the Romeo with the molder. Like it just does a really good. I'm just been out of focus. Great. The molder just does it for me. Like,
ooh,
these are good, but the molder just does it. It works.
It worked.
Absolutely. So let me get the poll up. I know I need to change it up because I did a 1-minute poll the other day.
Heyo. Did you do like keycap set or something?
It was which artisan should I put on my board?
Oh.
And then I actually kept it. I got all the way to work, and I was actually, all right, cool. I'm going with the Gundam forever because this board's staying at work for the next 7 weeks. So let's see. We've got the milk. I'm just going to put milk cow.
The milk twins. Do the milk jugs.
Milk twins it is. We're going to do the Romeo with, that's spelled
the double udders.
So hold on real quick. Let me it's just M-U-L. I always think it's M-O-U-L-D-E-R. So we're going to put 3 minutes up there. So tomorrow, guys, well, first off, go vote. It's at the top of chat. Super easy to vote. Go vote. Winner gets a chance to be immortalized in the 2022 Mechs on Deck calendar. Double letters. You got.
Let's go, chat.
Let's go. So tomorrow we've got a pretty awesome lineup. Got Hellbent caps, Bad and Bougie caps, as well as Sodi caps, all coming on stream tomorrow. Going to be a great time. Very excited to have those people on. I know there is at least one giveaway. I cannot confirm which one it is, but I do know there is at least one. So be sure to come tomorrow. Hear from from someone who's relatively new to the game, and two that have been in the game for a hot minute now. So
yeah, dude, it's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be a fun time. And then, what are we? Do we know what we're doing on Saturday?
guys, we'll let you know.
I was like, what are we doing on Saturday? I was like, wait, we don't know. Yeah, we'll have more info. We'll post in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, !Discord in chat, join us. We'll put an announcement there what we're doing on Saturday. There will be more info there soon. Again, if you haven't voted, if you're alt tabbed right now, we've got a close fight, and we need your vote. Tab back in. It's at the top of chat. If you're on mobile, it's at the top of chat. It should thing you hit vote, and then it'll pull it down. Yeah, it's a hard choice. We've got the milk twins, which is this one. We've got strawberry milk and whole milk. We could have made triplets. That would have been nice if there was a chocolate milk as well.
Chocolate, yeah.
Then we could have full circle. Could have gone back to Neapolitan, dude.
Boom.
God,
damn.
It would have been full circle. And then versus the Romeo with the Molder. And then if you want to we got one more week, right? We're doing this again next week. Last week of artisans.
Last week. Get those artisan pictures in.
Utterly
cute. Hopefully, we got today was 420. Hopefully we can get some of these artisans out that we got to see today. So far, I've hit on one. Hopefully I get them in time, but we'll see them. I definitely have gotten technically two. I hit on the same. I asked for, you can select like how many do you want? 1, 2, or 3. I got 2. I'm lactose intolerant, but I like the milk twins.
I think Double Day said it better. Utterly cute, but lactose intolerant. That was a good one. That was a good one.
There it is. Looks like we do have a winner with the milk twins. 15 votes to 9 votes. So congratulations. Who is that? C. Peterson 19. You've got the victory with the milk twins. And respect, because you went through the effort. You went through the effort to put the switches to match. I think that's what sells it. 100%. Yeah. Like it's all great. And then like the icing on the I was about to say the froth on top of the milk, because that's disgusting. Puts the switch, putting that, but double udders, congratulations. You did great.
No, this was so good. It's actually like it's one of those things, like there was obviously a lot of effort that went into like putting like this together. Like I know obviously it's not that crazy of a thing to do. We're just talking about 4 switches, but like this is a thought process.
Yep. No rule for next week. Just go out, take some pictures. You can submit if you want to take a different picture of the same board, maybe rearrange the artisan some. Absolutely go for it. Let's see lots of pictures. But man, how funny. You open up, you're on March, you're like, okay, cool. I've been looking up the squid. Yeah, I think Squid Kaiju, or no, it was the Lang's Pink Alice, the Palace.
Yeah, dude.
You're like, oh, I'm looking at the Palace on E, and then you open it up to April, and you're like, what the fuck?
Why is
there milk jokes? my keyboard thing. I love it. So, but guys, thank you again. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central, we are going to be streaming with the continuation, episode 3, I guess, of Artisan April as we continue on.
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree, Double Day. Dad jokes aside, I wish there were more tiny, cute macro pads. We need it. We need something to do with all our little, like, you get like 70 switches, you need 68, you got 2 left. What do you do with them? They just sit in a drawer, or you throw them away. Something to do with them. It's a cute little thing to do there. And yeah, come hang out with us tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central. Yeah, I think that kind of wraps it up for the night. Anything else you want to talk about? Anything else you need to say?
I think I've got some cool mail. If you're interested in the boards that Blind Assassin and I design together, maybe just stick around the Discord because I got some cool shit coming my way. So let's take it over. We don't typically get to rate him that much. I'm gonna start the raid for Bueno.
Ooh,
Bueno builds as a homie.
he is. That he is. Well, that being said, we're gonna close it up for tonight. We'll be back again tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central. So we'll see you there soon. Y'all have a fantastic rest of your night.